think this is a really important site. So we divided the cruise into two legs. And in the first, we mostly did very detailed mapping of the known vent field. At the same time, we were flying autonomous vehicles and trying to map the larger area in the hope that we might find new vent fields. And in fact, we succeeded at that.
By the time the biologists came on board, provide them with the maps that we'd promised.
Having these maps allowed us to look at the environment ahead of time rather than sort of following our noses once we got down on the seafloor. You know, you have to be comfortable rubbing elbows with your neighbors, and so we've got people analyzing new species of animals. We're slopping mud everywhere. Over here we have people measuring chemistry in these gas-tight samplers. It's all happening in a small space, but it's been a wonderful collaborative effort.
The biologists have been working really hard, processing samples day and night.
We can use this information after the fact to look at biomass of animals and their distribution to really be able to comprehensively understand these ecosystems.
So this is a specimen of Xenotabella profunda, and we're actually going to freeze it completely for trying to sequence its genome. The head is up at this end, and then it has a strange line around the body, which is almost like stitches. And if I flip it over, then we can see the mouth underneath. And somehow this creature is able to prey on clams, and that's something we don't understand. But there are no jaws, no teeth, nothing inside. And then right up at the very front, there's a little paw, and you can see that it branches down into this beautiful network of patterns. We know it's not the nervous system, but we're not really sure what the function of that is either.
We had one particular feature that's proven to be my favorite. Of course, we were using the mapping AUV, looking among other things for hydrothermal vents, and we found some, but there was two little holes in the seafloor. These are just tiny little features, but the AUV recorded a water column anomaly above those. And it turned out that actually one of the two features has water coming out of it. It is an active vent. And that was just really, really cool. An opportunity to chase a really tiny feature of one of our explorational maps and have it turn into something that was really neat.
We're also going to look at this vent field from a geophysical perspective, mostly on this cruise in terms of heat and fluid flow. Okay, understanding the heat flow is important because the heat provides the energy that drives the processes.
Una de las cosas que estamos haciendo en esta expedición aquí en la cuenca Pescadero a bordo del Falcor es tomar las primeras mediciones de flujo de calor que se han realizado en la cuenca Pescadero. Nuestro primer perfil nos indica que conforme nos acercamos al campo hidrotermal, la temperatura se va incrementando, lo cual es esperable. Sin embargo, el brinco que pega al llegar justo al campo hidrotermal es extremadamente acentuado y coincide con una de las fallas que tenemos bien identificadas.
We're really intrigued at this time in our planet's story to sense where carbon is transferred from the atmosphere to the great ocean body. In many senses, the way these rocks hold a carbon budget and how it's recycled through biology and chemical and geological means is like one small example of the grand carbon cycling that goes on in our planet all the time.
There's no doubt of success. We've got as much or more of the vent field maps at high resolution than we had a right to think we could. Finding a new vent field was certainly a success. Biologically, they've identified some animals they've never seen before. They've systematically collected the types of animals that they wanted. And in so many different interdisciplinary aspects, we've been very successful.